Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fallout 76 and the thrilling Wasteland adventures of Old Man McRib, where everyone's favorite grumpy old man goes through the game's quests with the singular goal of making every evil choice, saying the worst things possible, and killing and eating as many human NPCs as he can find. It's been a while, but we're back with the new Steel Rain quests, and we'll jump right into things. Remember, if you like videos like this and want to see more, be sure to go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, follow me on Twitter. You all know the drill. There's always more to come, and once an Old Man McRib series gets started, I try to do an episode a week until they're complete. Now, another important note. Old Man McRib is not, I repeat, is not a proper endgame build. He wears a bathrobe, swings a walking cane, occasionally uses a pump-action shotgun, and doesn't have perks optimized for the endgame in Fallout 76. With that said, to satisfy your curiosity, let's see what he has going on. We won't spend a lot of time on this stuff, and I won't review it every week, but for those that are curious, we'll get it out of the way. We'll go ahead and get started here with a look at legendary perks. Old Man McRib has Brawling Chemist. This gives him a little bit of boost when he takes some chems for his melee damage because we run him at full health, so he's not maxing out damage the way some characters can. Plus, using a walking cane, definitely on the weaker side, so that can be very helpful when we get ourselves into a pinch. After that, we've got Master Infiltrator. Remember that our goal here is to get through the story and the quests, so being able to pick locks and hack terminals occasionally is very useful here. This isn't a character that I use to run endgame repeatable events, so Master Infiltrator comes in handy for the quests. Following that, we've got What Rads. That's going to give us better radiation resistance, which is good because our armor is weak and we're not using power armor, and we restore 2 rads per second, so that helps us stay at full health and keeps us from dying quite so often. After that, we're going to end things up with Legendary Perception, Legendary Endurance, Legendary Luck. This is going to let me take extra perks in those categories. Old Man McRib isn't a very high-level character, so we don't have a lot of these maxed out, and some things will certainly change over time as needed, but I find it useful, at least in the meantime, or at least I did. There's already some changes that I maybe regret making, but I think we get the point. Let's go ahead and take a look at the special build. So we start off with Strength at 15. We've got all the Gladiator perks maxed out so we can get as much damage as we can out of the Walking Cane. Incisor is going to give us some armor penetration there, and Martial Artist is going to help us swing them faster, so that's all very useful. Perception at 3 allows me to max out Concentrated Fire. I will occasionally use a pump-action shotgun that I can use to cripple limbs on big tough targets that I need to slow down before they come and murder me. So that comes in very handy. Endurance at 13, most importantly, gives me more HP, but it also allows me to take some useful perks. We've got Fireproof, so we take less damage from explosions and flame attacks. Chem Resistant, so I can avoid addictions if I decide to munch down some chems. And Adamantium Skeleton for... Adamantium Skeleton is to reduce limb damage, of course, and then the big one there is Cannibal, because Old Man McRib is in fact a cannibal, and he will take advantage of that throughout his adventures. We've got Lone Wanderer, so we can take a little less damage and gain a little bit more AP regen. That's important because we're not running at low health with unyielding armor on this character, so we want to keep that AP going. Intelligence at 3, basically so I can swap in repair perks, Weapon Artisan, Fix It Good, and then in the meantime, I'll run Gunsmith at 3 so my gun breaks a little bit slower, but there's not really anything super useful for Old Man McRib there. Agility at 15, so I can take Ninja and get some sneak attacks. Sneak to keep me hidden, Escape Artist to get out of trouble. Action Boy for AP refresh, Enforcer for those cripple shots on the shotgun. You kind of get the point there. Luck, we've got Bloody Mess, and then we have Class Freak and Starch Genes for our mutations. Speaking of mutations, we do have a few. Let's take a peek at those next. Nothing crazy here, but what you'll see is Adrenal Reaction. So as health goes down, we get a little more damage from that. Bird Bones and Marsupial now, so we can jump high and land softly, and that's definitely helpful. I didn't have Marsupial for the longest time on Old Man McRib, but it definitely makes life a little bit easier. Carnivore is going to make meat a bit more effective. Healing Factor will help us avoid needing to use aid items in between fights. Scaly Skin for a little bit more damage and energy resistance, and Twisted Muscles is going to give us a little more melee damage plus an additional chance to cripple. It's going to hurt our gun accuracy a little bit even with Class Freak, but I think we can live with it. From here we can go ahead and take a look at a few of the things in the inventory. We've got an anti-armor explosive 44 pistol. I don't use this much, but I'm keeping it around because it just kind of seems like a weapon that's appropriate for Old Man McRib. We've got a bloodied walking cane that we can use if we find ourselves at low health, but usually I run with the instigating walking cane because it has swing speed, so we get some faster attacks, and I find that to be a little more useful, even though the instigating effect kind of sucks now. And then for the shotgun, we've got a quad pump action shotgun. It's just a 1-star, and that's okay. It means I don't have to reload it a lot. I don't necessarily rely on it for damage, but for crippling. For armor, we've got kind of a hodgepodge of things here. So I don't do anything crazy for armor for Old Man McRib. We've got an auto stim that can be helpful, so if we get low health, we can maybe save ourselves. Life-saving piece, so if we go down, we have a chance to revive there. A little extra agility on that piece doesn't hurt. Then we've got a Mutant Slayer's piece that does help us take a little less damage from super mutants, so that's good. Increased AP refresh is always helpful. A little less limb damage doesn't hurt, but we've got a perk for that too. Then we've got a Weightless piece with AP refresh. Weightless doesn't really do a whole lot for Old Man McRib, but the AP refresh is nice. And then the Zealot's piece is just a 1-star to reduce damage from Scorched. And finally, the most important piece in Old Man McRib's inventory, the bathrobe. It has absolutely no effects whatsoever, but it is the most versatile piece of clothing in the Wasteland, and I'll put a link here in the eye in case you would like to get your very own bathrobe and you don't know how. I've got a little guide for you. Now, without further ado, let's go catch up with Russell Dorsey and see what's been going on with the Brotherhood.
Don't tell me. This time it was Charleston. Or the White Spring, even. Gosh, just give me a minute. I'm still not done compiling the last report.
Yep, it was the White Spring, all right. I have no idea what you're talking about, but that makes perfect sense to me.
Oh, you're kidding. They didn't get past all those killer robots, did they? There's no... Wait. You're pulling my leg, aren't you? The super mutants didn't just hit Fort Atlas. I'm getting reports from all over. Even Foundation. Hold on. If you haven't heard, the Knight and Paladin might not have either. I've been so busy receiving the reports that Anyway, you gotta let them know about this right away.
Well, that sounds like some very important information that, maybe some people over in Foundation would be concerned about, that maybe I should know more about. But, I'm Old Man McRib and I don't really care about anyone but myself, so I'll just go ahead and relay the report to the Paladin and the Knight. Thank you very much, Russell Dorsey.
Oh, one more thing. Foundation has been tracking nearby attacks. They think the mutants might be coming from those caverns. What are they called again? Wacky caverns, unlikely caverns, uncanny caverns. That's right. Anyway, thanks for helping out. I've got my hands full here.
And with that, we can go find Knight Shin and Paladin Romani and see which one of them wants to go spelunking in the uncanny caverns. We can also just wonder why random members of the Brotherhood are throwing pieces of equipment from the top of the roof. That was very interesting. Let's go find the Knight and the Paladin. And look, they're bickering like a couple of school children. Big surprise.
Resources, Romani. We already lost too many to the super mutants. Send any more out, and Fort Atlas is unprotected.
It's a risk we have to take for the people of Appalachia.
You're like a broken record, but the facts still haven't changed. Do you have something to report, Initiate? One day I'll make nice.
I believe Shin was talking to you, Initiate.
Reminder, this is the armory, not the barracks. Take your conversations outside. Romani and I were just discussing the patrol schedule.
This is far more important than a patrol. We're talking about people's lives. What do you need, Initiate?
Yeah, you guys seem a little pissed off, so I'm thinking this is a bad time. I'm just gonna head on out.
Well, there's probably not going to be any better time. Talk to us when you're ready.
Do you have something to report?
Dorsey sent me. Apparently the super mutants are more of a threat to Appalachia than me, and I don't like competition.
You see, we've wasted time sitting on our thumbs already.
I didn't think this would happen so soon. If at all. Fine. We can't let the mutants run rampant. But I will lead a squad personally to track down where they're coming from.
And where do you plan to look? Spending time on a meaningless chase will leave countless homesteads unprotected against the mutants.
Paladin, I think the phrase is sitting on your hands. Sitting on your thumbs sounds just a little more interesting than that, but hey, however you want to spend your downtime is totally cool by me. I don't judge. I like to eat people, so what can I say? And I'm not interested in taking sides in your little squabble. Foundation thinks the mutants are coming from uncanny caverns.
Then that's where we're headed.
You're splitting our forces, Shin. Isn't that exactly what you wanted to avoid?
So long as the rest of the initiates stay here, Fort Atlas will be well defended. It takes two to create a conflict, Romani. You're gonna have to make some compromises from now on. We don't have any more time to waste. Initiate, I need you to brief Initiates Norland and Houston to come along on this mission. You're coming too.
We are indeed going spelunking in the uncanny caverns. Do I need anything here? What should I be prepared for, Night Shin? Any special rope, a special light?
This should be a given, but come prepared to fight mutants. We don't know how many there will be, or if the type that we've seen are the only form they come in. We may need to retreat and regroup if things get bad.
Just mutants? That's no big deal. I'll go brief the Initiates.
They should be here in Fort Atlas. Keep the introduction short. We need to get to the caverns as soon as possible.
So now we need to go find two Initiates, Initiate Houston and Initiate Norland, and tell them that they are to join us at Uncanny Caverns with Night Shin so we can go hunting for super mutants. We'll start with Initiate Houston. She's currently occupied comforting a child who has lost his sister as awkwardly as humanly possible.
But what if she abandoned me?
I don't think your sister would do that to you. I mean, I don't have any proof, but, anyway, Max, she probably just got lost on a walk or something. I'm sure she'll be back soon.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Well, I'll just, I'll be around if you need anything, okay, Max?
Okay.
Oh! God, don't sneak up on people like that.
She's supposed to go on a mission hunting super mutants? There's no way you're the one Night Shin called for this mission.
What? Night Shin? Called for me? That... No way. There has to be a mistake. I must have put my gun in the wrong place. Or I forgot to write my name again. No, I'm getting discharged, aren't I? I'm getting discharged.
Discharged? You should be so lucky. How did you even become a Brotherhood Initiate?
Me? Oh, good question. I mean, I was, helping Dr. Hardy when Dr. Hardy got recruited. And I guess he recommended me. I'm good at medical things. Really. Well, I think I am. I mean, we saved a lot of people back then, and just forget I said any of that. I don't know. Really, I'm just trying my best.
And now you're rambling about strangers. Who the hell's Dr. Hardy?
Another initiate, and a great doctor. He taught me almost everything I know. I think he's been looking for a place to stay recently, to get some time away from the fort. I mean, not that he doesn't like it here or anything. Everyone needs some alone time, right? I should just stop talking.
Yeah, that would probably be in your best interest, but I need to know what you were talking about with Max.
Oh, God. So, you heard that? I'm so bad at talking with children. I must have made it worse. You know Marcia? She's not an initiate, but she and Max stay with the Brotherhood. They're siblings. Apparently Marcia's been gone for a few days, and I told Max everything would be fine, but I really don't know.
Well, when you don't know the answer you need to comfort a child, the best plan of action is to tell them lies. We've been doing it as a species for generations, and it's worked well so far. But, yeah, so I could comfort you here, but I'm not going to. If you are Initiate Houston, then you need to meet us at Uncanny Caverns for your inevitable demise.
This can't be real. Okay, I'm gonna puke. No, wait. I have to get my gun. I've never used it, like, outside of the firing range. First time for everything, right? Okay, I'll be there. Ad Victorium?
Well, if you're gonna puke, you might as well do it now and clean yourself up before we go, because, I'm feeling a little peckish, and nobody likes to eat a pukey corpse. Let's go find Initiate Norland, who is quite a bit different from Initiate Houston.
Ad Victorium, Initiate. What can I do for you?
Look at this guy doing push-ups, working hard, showing initiative. Yeah, this guy's a loser. Well, anyway, the first thing you can do for me is tell me what you know about Initiate Hewson.
It's not my place to give an opinion on the other recruits. I trust the judgment of Paladin Romani and Knight Shin. That being said, I hope Initiate Hewson is getting the support she needs to succeed here. She's not militarily inclined.
I had that impression myself, which leads me to believe she's going to be my first snack of the evening, but you can meet us at Uncanny Caverns.
You can count on me. I'll report there immediately.
And with that, we can make our way to our destination. It's a relatively uneventful walkover from Bastion Park. Nothing too crazy, but when we get there, we do find a little bit of danger. Outside as we approach, there's a bloatfly. Sometimes when you come here, you might find cave crickets or wolves. Discovering it for the first time unlocks the Uncanny Caverns photo frame, so maybe that'll be useful at some point. We'll go ahead and just top up on water. And I hear the sound of a mirelurk. Let's make sure we eat a little something before we go in. Get a little extra melee damage. Not sure we'll be able to sneak past this guy. Well, we probably could, but you know, let's just test things out here. So our walking cane does still work, if a bit underpowered. We've been detected. He's smacking us around a little bit, but nothing we can't handle. Other than that, we can just go ahead and make our way inside, where we'll meet up with the gang.
Ad Victoriam, Initiate. Now that everyone's here, let's go over the plan. Foundation reported super mutant attacks potentially originating from this location. We're here to determine if those claims are founded. And if so, eliminate the threat. We'll advance information. Immediately report anything you see out of place. Are we understood?
Observe and report. I think I had a job like that before the war once, but maybe we should leave Initiate Hewson at the entrance.
Don't disrespect your fellow initiates. Initiate Hewson is a skilled medic with a tireless work ethic. When you're bleeding out, you'll be happy to have her along.
You actually noticed that? Wow. Thank you, Knight.
I won't tolerate any more insults. Stay focused.
Don't tell me what to do. You just wait till I find a can opener and have you for lunch. Let's go.
Copy.
Ready as I'll ever be.
Move out.
And for the first part of our mission, all we really have to do is follow the group along the tourist trail inside Uncanny Caverns. We'll let Knight Shin take the lead as the quest marker tells us to do. We'll sneak along here so we don't move too fast. And of course, once we get here, we find a mirelurk. You know it's not too tough of an enemy when a bunch of NPCs kill it in seconds. And from here, we'll go ahead and follow up with Knight Shin.
Some regular wildlife here. Seems like the super mutants would have cleared that out.
Yeah, seems like we probably had a false lead on those super mutants. We should probably just pack up and head on home.
It's a possibility. But we need to explore a bit further before we can make that call.
Hey, look. We could take a team photo. The Fort Atlas Spelunkers, ready for action.
Stay focused, Hewson. This is no time for jokes.
Initiate Norland is right. Follow his lead.
Right. Sorry. Never mind.
Wow, these two are absolutely no fun whatsoever. Initiate Hewson, you seem like a wonderful human being. You're just loaded with sweetness, which means you are going to be a delicious corpse. Let's see here. We'll move along. No Nuka-Colas in the Nuka-Cola machine. We'll just head deeper into the cavern and see what we can find as we continue on the walkway. So this was a tourist destination before the war. There is some lore in here that's kind of cool. I would encourage you to come check this place out. We're not going to go into every little detail here, but we do find another mirelurk. Let's give him a few whacks with the cane and finish him off. Just a little tougher than the other one. Just a bit, but not much. Now we'll just go ahead and keep following the knight down the concourse here if he decides that he's not going to get lost, and walk straight into rocks. But, you know, we can't expect too much out of Knight Shin. He's definitely not the brightest bulb in the pack. We see some signs of super mutants, and now we've got some floaters. Now things are going to get a little tougher. Let's switch over to the shotgun so we can attack from range. Maybe we can get some cripples on them. That might help a little bit, but their heads are pretty sensitive to ranged fire. So we'll go ahead and just highlight what we can. At this point in the quest, we can be confident that our teammates are not going to die. So if they take a bunch of hits from the floaters, that's no big deal. We'll just take our time, hang back, and get them. Now they're done. Let's follow up with Night Shin.
This appears to be a dead end. There's some gore here. I'd say the mutants have left their mark. Initiate, what's your read on this location?
Read? I don't do that. Super mutants? There's definitely none of them here. We had a false lead.
The meat piles would suggest otherwise. Learn to be more observant. Let's do a thorough sweep of the room. There may still be a way forward.
Roger. I'll take the far side.
Excellent initiative, Norland. The remaining two of you, stick together and cover this area. Be sure not to miss anything. Effective reconnaissance can mean the difference between life and death.
Right. I'll try my best. I mean, I'll be thorough, Knight, sir.
So now we've got to search for a way out of this dead end. There are two things to find. Initiate Houston is going to follow us and provide a little bit of commentary on the first stop.
The wall really caved in here. I hope that doesn't happen to us.
And just in case we were confused, we can see that some collapsed rocks block the way. Maybe we can move them. We'll find out. We've got to search for another path. And when we do that, we'll hear from Norland.
Look, there's a break in the wall over there.
What are we looking for again? Mutants, right? The big scary ones that will kill us? Makes total sense.
So there we saw it. There was a crevice we could maybe send someone to wiggle through. Let's report to Night Shin and see what he's got to say.
Anything to report?
Well, if we clear the rocks up ahead, we should be able to proceed along the path.
We should take a cautious approach to that. One wrong move, and we could all get trapped inside. I suspect there's still more to see here. Did you find anything else?
Yes, I did. There's a crevice in the wall over there. Somebody without power armor could squeeze right through.
I see. In that case, I might send the others to scout ahead.
Well, you do what you gotta do. That was everything I found.
Understood. Everyone, we need to cover as much ground as possible, and the threat level so far has been minimal. Initiates Norland and Houston. See if you can squeeze through that crevice and report what's on the other side. Initiate Norland, you take point. Stay in radio contact, and pull back as soon as you encounter danger. You may be eager to serve the Brotherhood, but being a good soldier is also about knowing your limits. Move out.
Roger. I'll make the Brotherhood proud, sir.
You mean all by ourselves? Okay. Got it. I mean, yes, sir.
You'll stay with me and find a way to clear the cave-in.
All right, I'll go move some rocks around and see if I can make the whole place collapse on our heads, because that would be fun.
Don't do anything reckless. I need all of us to get out of here in one piece.
Don't do anything reckless. Okay, well, that's not really my thing, but we'll see here. See what our options are. We can use our luck and remove one single rock. And look, we're through. Wasn't that easy? But when we go through, we find a bunch of super mutant berserkers. Definitely different from the average super mutant. We're going to target the legs, get some cripples, and slow them down so that they can't just run straight up and murder me. We'll let our colleagues here do some shooting. Okay, so there we go. We slowed them down, but the shotgun isn't the most effective weapon here. But our teammates are handling things, so we'll just try and keep them crippled for a bit. Night Shin's over there bitching and whining about something, but, you know, whatever. We'll just keep shooting. Did they take care of this one? No. Night Shin's as useless as ever. Oh, no, he did kill one. All right, look at that. Congratulations, Night Shin. You actually did your job. Very good. All I needed to do was cripple them and put them in one spot so you could easily kill them. Okay. One more over here. We'll break out the walking cane, and he's toast.
Those mutants must have gotten trapped inside sometime after the attacks. If this passage wraps around, Initiates Norland and Houston could be in trouble.
Why do you care so much? There's plenty of other initiates in the sea of initiates.
Don't blind yourself to the value of human life. I stand by the idea that we must make sacrifices for the greater good. But only when it's necessary. Putting Initiates Norland and Houston in danger was a preventable mistake. and I'm responsible.
So serious all the time. Well, anyway, what was the deal with those super mutants? They were just a little different than what we're used to.
They seemed delirious. A lack of food, light, water, space, if we can. It would be safer to take them down from a distance. But protecting the other initiates takes first priority.
Lack of food, light, water, access to random body paints. Let's go find the other initiates. I'm getting hungry.
I made a premature assumption that the area was safe. We have to do everything we can to make sure the initiates don't pay for it. Hold on. I'm receiving a message. We have to find them. Move out!
And as we move ahead, very, very slowly, a Nightshin trips over a baby carriage and pushes it along the way. We see a dead initiate Norland along the path. That's a bit of a surprise. Nightshin is very upset, but I am very hungry. So let's go ahead and take his stuff and just have a little snack. And does Nightshin care? Not even a little bit.
This shouldn't have happened. Norland was confident. Maybe too confident. Despite my orders, he may have tried to fight. And Houston. She would have... This is my responsibility.
Yes, it is. It's your responsibility, and Houston's probably dead too, which is convenient because I'm still a little bit hungry. Let's go find out.
We don't know that yet. The fact that she's not here is a good sign. She may have found a place to hide. I swore to myself I'd never let this happen again. But I'm not important right now. We have to find Initiate Houston.
What do you mean, again? You mean you've let people die and be eaten by other initiates before?
Back when we fought those raiders on the expedition route. When we lost Knight Connors and so many others. My decisions played a part in what happened that day. I swore to never make a mistake like that again. To never lose lives like that again.
Yeah, you're probably in the wrong line of work if that's your plan, and I have a profound lack of interest, so let's just keep moving, shall we?
Initiate Houston can't be far. Search for a trail.
Search for a trail, he says. Do this, he says. Do that, he says. It's like he wants me to follow orders or something. What does he expect out of a grumpy old man in a bathrobe? Well, I see a big spatter of blood there, and we've got a little cave back here. We've got some more blood. There's a very awkwardly placed corpse. We've got a steamer truck with some stuff in it. And, oh, duct tape, that's always useful. And once again, yeah, very uncomfortably placed corpse. But we also see a hidden crevice that we can crawl through. Let's let our search continue. I'm not quite sure how Nightshin got through there in his power armor, but I guess we'll just roll with it. Soon enough, we find Initiate Houston.
Initiate Houston.
Wait! Don't come any closer! I triggered some kind of trap. If I move, then just get away from here. I can't let anyone else.
My armor can take the blast. Cover your head!
What? No! Don't! Knife! No way all of this happened because of me. I won't run away anymore. I won't!
Humans, try, die!
There are more mutants. We have to fight!
And it seems that now it's time to fight some more super mutants. And it also strikes me that that was a very unnecessary demonstration of personal sacrifice on the part of Shin. She was pretty far from that explosive, so I would think that maybe she could have just jumped behind the rock and probably been okay. But, you know, what drama would we have then? So, once again here we've got more of these crazy super mutant berserkers to fight off. We'll go ahead and cripple as many of them as we can to slow them down. There's multiple waves here to fight off, and they like to yak and complain and threaten us with murder and say they feel nothing until they die from the wrath of my walking cane. Come on, there you go. Now you're dead. And this one's a legendary, so he's going to regenerate and recover all of his crippled limbs. That's very inconvenient. But there's only one of them now, so it shouldn't be too bad. We'll go ahead and cripple him again. Get those legs down. Come on, tough guy. You feel nothing and you feel everything. Clearly, you are sharp of mind. You're almost dead though, so that won't be my problem for long. One last shot. There we go. And they've got a very interesting voice box effect going on with these guys. So yeah, here comes the next wave. We'll go ahead and just edit through some of these kills here because, you know, battles for Old Man McRib can be a little bit longer than they are for the average player at this point. But that's okay. We'll have a little bit of fun. Take out some of these guys. Nothing we can't handle with our shotgun. Couple of cripples. There's another death. And now we've got a whole mob on top of Houston there. That is very unfortunate for her, but eventually we clear them out. Make quick work of the remaining mutants with our walking cane. And we see a final boss, a legendary mutant berserker. We'll go ahead and cripple those legs to slow him down. Then after he regenerates, we'll take him down with the walking cane. He says we can't hurt him, but he's clearly very, very wrong. We can also eat his corpse and regenerate a little bit of health and grab a bloodied broadsider that he left for us. Isn't that nice of him? Very nice super mutant, very nice indeed. Let's follow up with Night Shin.
Don't worry about me. The power armor isn't just for show.
You're still badly injured. Without the power armor, you'd be dead. I'm so sorry.
This isn't the time for apologies. Put your training to work.
Right. You're right. I need to check your vitals.
We can't let this distract us from the mission. While Initiate Houston is busy, you need to search the area. Find out if this is truly the source of the attacks. I suspect we haven't killed our last mutants yet.
Let's just skip these options for thoroughness and basic human decency and search the area.
Be thorough. All this gore could easily cover up something important.
Fortunately for Old Man McRib, the threats have all been cleared out. All we have to do is search the area, and we've got a little compass marker to tell us where to go. Eventually, after we search around, we'll find a Pip-Boy sticking out of the ground on the corpse of a dead vault dweller. After we grab it, we can return to Night Shin and let him know what we've found.
What have you found?
Well, I found some awful nice looking rocks in here.
Focus on finding something useful. You can add assets to your rock collection when you're off duty.
You're still no fun, Night Shin. I also found a Pip-Boy.
A Pip-Boy?
Maybe the mutants ate a vault dweller. Sorry. That was insensitive. I'm glad it wasn't you.
We should have Scribe Valdez determine the origin of the Pip-Boy. Maybe the mutants took up residence in a vault. Go ahead and take the Pip-Boy tour. Initiate Houston will patch me up here before we return to Fort Atlas. And we'll give Initiate Norland a proper burial.
Well, a better man would offer to stay behind and give you some help here, but Old Man McRib is just going to take this Pip-Boy back on home.
Good work. We fought in honorable service to the Brotherhood. All of us. Ad Victoriam.
Yeah, honor duty, blah, blah, blah. Here's Scribe Valdez. Let's give her a Pip-Boy.
Thanks for your help, Initiate. Things have gotten dicey, but we're a Brotherhood. We'll get through it. Hey, have you seen Marcia around? Girl with black hair and the spirit of youthful rebellion?
Youthful rebellion? You mean teenager? Total pain in the ass that nobody's gonna miss? Never mind that. Night Shin wants you to find the origin of this Pip-Boy.
Knight's orders. I'll prioritize it, but we really should have someone out looking for Marcia. You know what? You're right here. If you don't have another assignment from Night Shin, then I could really use your attention on this. I'm going to run a diagnostic on this Pip-Boy. Talk to me as soon as you're available. I'm pretty worried.
And with that, we finish the quest, A Knight's Penance.
If you stumble on any...
We'll see that we get some random, fairly normal quest rewards. Nothing too crazy here that shows up on the list. Iguana on a stick, some stim packs, Radaway, water, plan for heavy metal legs, but the big thing we get is the Face Breaker. It's a unique weapon. It's a furious power fist with more power attack damage and extra strength, so pretty solid weapon. Furious, not one of my favorite effects on a melee weapon, but still pretty good nonetheless. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're going to leave things off for today. Next time when we come back, we'll speak to Scribe Valdez. She'll give us the quest to go hunt for Marcia and see if we can bring her home to the Brotherhood, or convince her to maybe, make other decisions. We'll see how that goes. So we didn't get too many opportunities for mischief today, but at least we got to eat one Brotherhood corpse. Sadly, Night Shin didn't seem to notice. Either way, it was a good time. I'm glad to be back with Old Man McRib. There's going to be more to come, probably about every week, and we'll just take things as they come. I do thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, please do go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, follow me on Twitter. You all know the drill. I'll see you all next time.